Hi there everybody, Dave here from HeyUGuys, and once again I'm joined by the wonderful Jon Lyus.
Hello, bonjour everyone.
And today we're going to be talking about something very special, which is going to be introduced to you by Jon and his guitar. Take it away. Amazing. Let me just wipe the tear away from my eye. That's right, people, we're talking about Star Wars. Jurassic World 2, the first look picture of the second film, which is currently in production, has been released, courtesy of J.A. Bayona, who is the director, and also Colin Trevorrow, who is currently working on Star Wars, which one?
Episode 9,
as
yet untitled.
But he has time to write and produce Jurassic World 2 because he directed the first Jurassic World. So that's good that he's still involved. But it is funny how you've got J.J. Abrams, who I assume was part in some way responsible for getting Colin Trevorrow, who directed Jurassic World, to do the new Star Wars film. And Colin is still involved somewhere as producer and writing credits for the second installment. But the first image was released yesterday, I believe, by J.A. Bayona, and here it is. He did it in Spanish and in English for all of his fans.
Which is kind.
And there is the first image. So it doesn't give much away, other than the fact that there is a young girl in what looks like a museum. It looks like John Hammond's house, is what we're thinking, because in Jurassic Park 2, you see a lot of the sort of expensive mahogany furniture, and when the kids go to visit him at the beginning of the first film. Do you remember that? You hated the
film. Yeah, I really do. I was really worried for a second that Timmy was going to be in Jurassic Park 2 and I was just going to walk out of the cinema. But yeah, it does look very similar. If you think about what they've done with Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, there were echoes of Jurassic Park in the recent Jurassic World. So it makes sense that what they're going to do is they're going to try and recreate elements of the second Jurassic Park, because they had to expand the world a little bit. And I think what you're seeing here is a young Dallas Bryce Howard in the past. Something about, I mean, I'm not sure about how their family history kind of goes back, but you can imagine that this is the place that she decided she was going to get involved, and she was, hooked on dinosaurs. And I'm thinking, because of the way it looks, that we may end up seeing either Richard Attenborough, John Hammond in some form. It would be a nice callback to the first films. Don't think they're going to CG him. We had a discussion on Twitter when this image hit that they could CG him.
We really hope they don't.
But we really hope they don't. And Tom Butler from Yahoo Movies was talking about the fact that Toby Jones could play a younger or a different iteration of John Hammond, which would make sense, because they could certainly do the look, just shove a big, massive, bushy beard on him and give him a hat and a stick. But that's the sort of thing that we're thinking. We're thinking that this is probably a flashback to give some sort of backstory to Bryce Dallas Howard's character. I know. I think I say it because I'm talking to you about it. But yeah, I mean, it looks great. The Triceratops, that's a really beautifully framed shot, and you can imagine that the Triceratops will come into play. The one thing is, if you think about J.A. Bayona's films, they've always revolved around children to a certain extent.
So for people who don't know, he did The Impossible, and more recently he did Monster Calls.
Yep, and also he did The Orphanage, which was that was about 10 years ago, and that was a really stunning film. So you can see why there would be some element that kind of appealed to him. But he's talked about how this, as the second part of the trilogy, he's likened it to Empire Strikes Back, he's likened it to The Wrath of Khan, in the sense that it goes deeper into the characters and it is a lot darker. That seems to be the format for all of this, because this is always going to be a trilogy. The one thing that I'm concerned about is, what are they going to do? They can't go back to another island and have people just go in there. They can't do a hunting thing. They can't have another park opening. Where's the story going to come from? What exactly are they going to do with this? Because it can't just be another rehash of humans versus dinosaurs. That would get pretty boring.
I love Jurassic World, but they struggled, didn't they, to because I mean, we've seen it now 5 times.
This is the 5th one, isn't it?
4 times where humans go to an island of some description, meet dinosaurs, think it's all going to be okay, and it isn't.
Yeah. But that's why I liked Jurassic Park 2. No one else seems to like The Lost World. I had a lot of fun with that. In particular, the bit with the dinosaur.
Is that the Pete Postlethwaite one and Vince Vaughn?
Yeah. And when the dinosaur goes to San Diego, I think it is, or something like that.
It's a King Kong-esque.
Oh, but I love that. I don't know. I thought that there was. I mean, there are some amazing elements in The Lost World. The bit with the raptors in the grass, and the bit where Julianne Moore is on that pane of glass that's gonna crack. That was just amazing. There were some amazing moments in it. Yeah, it's a good film. It holds up. But where are they going to go with this one? Now, the director has talked about the fact that it's going to be darker. Colin Trevorrow has actually said that he wants to do something different with this, and I think that where you have something that is so formulaic, you can't visit it again. They're talking about elements such as animal cruelty and gene splicing and all this stuff, and you wonder where it's kind of going to go. Are they going to do something on DNA splicing, or are they going to have, because there was concept art floating around a couple of years ago with a human dinosaur hybrid looking a bit like a crazy centaur. Now that's the sort of thing that you can imagine would, hasn't been seen before in the series. It could make for something different. But they need to do something other than just, here's a dinosaur and there's people running and screaming and, just bring back Jeff Goldblum. He'd be great.
Is that him?
Yes, it might have been something like that. There's actually another shot of that from a distance where he has like the legs of a raptor or something like that. And the thing is, that would push it into David Cronenberg territory. Do you know what I mean? Like, it will become body horror, which I think is a really interesting idea. They've already had, the genetically enhanced crazy new dinosaur that's bigger than anything in the previous film, so they can't go there again. You sort of wonder where they're going to go. The first image tells us nothing about it other than the fact that there's, it's like Night at the Museum. But you can just imagine them having to push things a little further to make it a little more terrifying. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, here's the other images.
Okay.
Is it that one?
Yeah. It was something like that, and I'm not sure where they got, how far into production or what that was for, but they have to do something different. And I think that having a director like J.A. Bayona is going to be interesting, because he hopefully won't just make, another, here's a park, here's some dinosaurs, and let's go crazy.
My main concern with this film is that the girl that they've used in the pictures doesn't have a face, because we have this image that we looked at a minute ago, and then this is an image that Bryce Dallas Howard tweeted. Again, no face. The girl has no face. So
is it the girl with no face? Maybe she's that's terrifying in itself.
Bitten off by a dinosaur or something.
That's kind of dark. I mean, that may fit in with what they're trying to do. Yeah. The girl without a face. I mean, so clearly she's important. I'm not sure. The kids in Jurassic World were kind of forgettable, and actually having Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard, and it was kind of a nice dynamic. But they need to do something more. They need to move beyond the park, I think.
I think we're both in agreement. But do let us know what you think. Are you excited for a second Jurassic World film? As far as I'm concerned, all these Star Wars films can all go away. I want another Star Trek, and I want another Jurassic World.
Why do another Star Trek? Seriously, Beyond was pretty forgettable. Into Darkness was rubbish.
I meant more the series, actually. I think.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather have a Jurassic World over all of those.
Are you interested in another Jurassic World film? I think that has to be, the yes or no answer.
That's the question, and we'll see what they do with it. But yeah, let us know what you think in the comments below. Are you excited for it? Was the image that was revealed? Did you spot anything in there that we haven't? Let us know. And as always, you can subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at HeyUGuys. And we'll see you on the next video.
Bye.
John, do you want to play us out?
No, I'll put my guitar down. You can. I can sing though. I'm not doing it. we should cut it before I
quick cut. Bye.
You're watching Hey You Guys.
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.